This is not financial advice, it's just the wine talking.
Hello everyone, welcome back to It's Just a Wine. I'm your host Tal. Joining me is Matilda, Mel, and Gassia.
Hello.
Welcome.
So let's dive in.
I have to take a sip. So in today's episode, we want to talk about how basically the financial impact of gifting and how it's become a financial consideration and even a financial obligation at this point because of social pressure.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be events. It won't stop.
Yeah, but wait. Before we get into the topic, let's talk about a win of the week.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I can get one.
Okay,
finally.
go ahead.
We finally got an offer on our house.
Oh, amazing.
Wow.
Yes,
that's great.
Finally.
Thank
That's
God
a good win.
Yeah.
I'm not getting those phone calls anymore.
No.
The angry phone calls from Gassia.
Well, shout out to
From the
our
non-serious buyers.
Oh my God, it was as if they were coming in as tourists. Oh wow, 5 minutes and they're out. Anyways, I just want to say shout out to our realtor, Arek Asatoorian. You guys should deal with him for future purchases and sales.
We'll put
Awesome.
his contact info
Yes.
in the description of this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great win. Congrats.
So happy,
Congrats.
finally.
And to your new adventure.
Yeah, can't
Yeah.
wait.
Oh, I can't wait to bring you a gift for your new home.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, you see,
There's always
for
gifting.
me, for me, if I'm going to someone's house, I go with a dessert or a bottle of wine. But old times, our parents, I don't know, generational is different, but they have to bring a gift.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's
Yeah.
the first time
first
they would bring a housewarming gift, which honestly, please, no.
I know, but yeah, exactly.
But
Why-
it's basically because of a certain expectation that's set from the society that when something big happens, you have to give. But they don't sometimes consider the financial impact it could have on somebody, because especially nowadays how things have gotten super expensive. The other day, like you said, I come over and I bring something time to time.
And I don't know why, because whatever, you don't have to bring anything.
No, but
the other day she came and she brought chips, as if I don't have food at home,
No,
Because she
but
was craving those chips. That's
yeah, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's the thing and that goes.
It's just cultural, social expectations that maybe you don't have, but she has, so she feels the need to bring something every time. I definitely don't have that.
Me too, I have that. Me too, I always, when I go to someone's house, I like to bring something.
But that's it.
Even if it's at my sister's house.
But that's exactly my point. You always come at my house with something in your hand, so that makes me feel like I'm gonna bring, I should bring something. And I'm no, I do it.
But I bake, I don't buy,
But I do it with I love doing it. But you know what I mean?
Sorry.
No,
But that's
don't
one.
be sorry.
That's one of the aspects that I wanted to talk about. Is that people? I mean, in your case, it's different.
We're super close.
But a lot of times with gifting, people feel the pressure that they need to reciprocate, to match, or to even outdo the gift that they receive from a certain person. And so it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's where does it end? Where does it stop?
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, it's year round. There's something that comes up
Exactly.
every month.
For example,
the summertime is the worst.
summertime is the worst, but let's say Hollywood, I was going to say. Holidays.
Yeah.
You have to buy gifts for the entire, I don't know who.
Yeah.
And it's
Exactly.
so much pressure on you because you go to someone's house, let's say Christmas dinner, and everybody has a gift, and you're oh shit, I didn't buy anything. You feel bad.
Yeah.
So it's oh yeah, I forgot my gift. You have to come with lies to say I forgot the gift.
Yeah,
and then
because
you
of
go and
the
you buy
social
it.
pressure.
Yeah.
And I remember you were telling me about like if somebody gives you an X amount, you want to reciprocate it.
Yeah.
But then it's like, it's almost like, what's the point? You know,
Yeah.
like we were talking about this a few weeks ago, where it's like, okay, Tal, I'm gonna give you $100 for your birthday, and you're gonna give me $100 for my birthday. Like,
So what's the point?
what's the point of us doing this? Because
Gesture, I guess.
I understand that it's gesture, but I think if we talk about it, as with your, like, if we normalize having this conversation with your family or your friends, and we sit down and we say, listen, no more birthday gifts, like we're not 10 years old anymore. We're doing the same, like we're keeping it at the same level. So there's no point. Like, for if you buy me something for $100 from Lululemon, and then I go and buy you something for $100 from Aloe, even though I don't think there's anything for $100.
I think socks maybe.
Aloe.
Socks are $50.
But it's the same. You know, you could buy yourself what you wanted for that $100. We
Exactly.
don't. But if we don't have the conversation and we don't set the expectation, then
Yeah.
This year, that's what I did with her sister-in-law and like her family, her in-laws
In-law
and
family,
whatever.
yeah.
I full on told her sister, I'm like, this year I'm not buying gifts.
Yeah.
Like, but it's gonna be for me and my brother-in-law and my boyfriend and not even my parents. Like,
Yeah.
but that's I don't need to buy them. Like, I'm their gift. What? But I'm their gift.
That's great.
I'm
Like,
her gift.
Yeah.
She's my gift.
either
Yeah,
being
you know?
super transparent, or if you do want a gift, which is there's nothing wrong to it, it's like something to
yeah, I mean,
consider.
I love gifting.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are the same.
Oh man, I'm
just-
bad. It's bad.
She's really bad.
just budget and plan ahead, and I feel like when you budget and plan ahead, it will sorry it
that
will
was like intense.
it will I forgot my topic.
If you budget and plan ahead.
If you budget and plan ahead, it will basically save you a headache and make your life easier, because I feel like gifting is the cost of gifting is something that people don't factor in their budget.
Yeah.
Whether that's monthly or yearly, so they dip into savings to spend more than they should. They tend to spend
Sometimes,
more.
you know, it's happened to me where if I didn't think about it, so if I didn't plan it out in advance and I'm last minute and I need to buy a gift for someone, that even if my budget, let's say, was $100 for this person, but I'm at the mall, I have to, like, I have the birthday dinner tonight or whatever it is, I need to get something today, I don't find anything for $100 and I end up spending like $200.
Yeah.
So
That's a you problem.
No, but that's leaving it at last minute. That's
Yeah.
exactly the point.
Me when I get the event on my calendar.
No, you're actually
go.
really good. Like, she's very good at it. She'll plan like my birthday gift 3 months in advance. I'm like, yo, like I don't
And
know what
I
to do
love that
tomorrow.
because I feel like if you know what you were gonna get her, within those 3 months, you would have probably shopped for deals for this product you wanted.
That's what I do for Christmas. I message everyone, like my sister-in-law, my in-laws, her boyfriend. Like, I think is it Black Friday before Christmas?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I text them like, guys, Black Friday, I'm buying your gifts. Like, tell me what you want.
yeah.
Which is
which is the best because
And they go like, oh my god, you're so early. I'm like, yeah, but it has the best deals.
yeah, and I
exactly.
respect that because it makes you save a lot of money and you're not like a last minute.
Yeah,
Yeah, wrap
exactly.
everything under the tree. Oh, I don't even.
And it also
November
doesn't-
1st, she has all the Christmas gifts under her tree.
But that's great because it doesn't pile up.
Yeah.
Like financial wise, I mean, like all at the same time, buying everything. It's like spread it out so it's not bad.
So I have a question. How do you budget when it comes to gifting? Because you said you need to like budget yourself.
Plan ahead.
Or plan ahead, whatever.
So as you guys know, I budget myself.
Really?
I budget myself. I
didn't
budget my
We didn't know.
yearly and monthly finances. So basically, with what I have left to spend throughout the month, so let's say that amount is $1,000, I'll put $100 as an expense for gifting. So whether I have to buy a gift or not, so I'll have $900 left to spend that month.
So what if you have like 5 weddings in like 3 months?
Okay, so I'll get to that. So this is what I would do. But there are months that I don't spend on gifting and that sits in cash account. Whether like 2-3 months pass by, I have $200-$300 if I put $100 a month. So then when I do have gifts, either I use that $200 or $300, and if it's more, I'll deduct it through the month's budget. It's fine.
Right, your spending budget.
What if you have,
Exactly.
you have 7 weddings in one summer?
So chances are you know that the date of the wedding months or even a year before sometimes.
That's true.
So why not plan and set aside gradually rather than trying to find ways to come up with $500-$600
Yeah.
last
But
minute.
what if you need that $250 or $300 in that moment of like planning the 3 months. Like you're planning 3 months in advance, but you need that $400.
So that's where the emergency fund comes in. So it's kind of crazy, but like there are so many accounts. That's why you shouldn't invest everything you have. That's why you should set aside money for gifts, emergency, and your emergency fund should be put in. Let's say that's $3,000. Should be put in, and that's it. Never touch it again. Just leave it there.
Unless you have an emergency.
Exactly. You don't need to add it all the time. Like
You pick a number you're comfortable with that, let's say, covers your expenses for a certain amount of months that you feel comfortable with, and that's it. You don't keep adding to the emergency fund once you've reached the number that you want.
Exactly. So then you're kind of like if your emergency fund is set, then you're set. You can focus on gifting. And to be honest, like sometimes we have so much left to spend, but we still try to reach that. Like let's say I have $1,000 to spend. I don't have to spend that $1,000, but sometimes in our heads, because it's a mind game, we have $1,000 to spend, so let me spend it all.
No, like Gassia, she's like, I didn't spend money for like 2-3 months. She's like, I'm going like crazy.
But so it's like
no, not crazy.
I didn't go crazy.
You didn't go crazy, but you
down
a little bit. But yeah, it's the mind that like. You know, sometimes I'll even be like, oh, I didn't buy a dress for this event, so now I can buy twice as much the amount a dress for this event. It doesn't make any sense. But it's just our mind playing games on us. We just have to be disciplined enough to follow through. And like she said, if you have $1,000 spending this month and you only spend $500, then you can add that $500 to the following month.
Exactly.
And you could put it in your gifting if you know you have a lot of events coming up in the summer, like let me put this in my gifting account. So you could play around with things.
With the numbers.
Your gifting account doesn't only need to be for gifting, you know, some other thing can come up. Things can move around.
Or just not go to that event.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, when you don't have to, then don't go.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes when like
you don't have to go everywhere.
Yeah, you don't have to go everywhere. You don't have to be everywhere. Sometimes we're invited to things that we're like, why am I invited to this? And like, you know, it's really someone far, you haven't talked to them for like 7 years. It's like, it doesn't even make sense.
And you don't have to go to please that person. If you're gonna go, you have to go for yourself because you want to be a good friend.
Yeah. So exactly what you said. But, you know,
it's discipline.
It's really discipline, but it also has a lot to do with like the social aspect of it and like the expectations that not just you set on yourself, but other people set on yourself for you to be doing.
Yeah.
And kind of gifting falls in there too.
And it becomes a financial like
burden.
Yeah, exactly. Because let's say like the average person makes $30 an hour in Canada. So that person decides to buy a $2,000 gift, which is a super expensive gift. That person had to work 66 hours. That's insane. That's a week and a half.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks almost.
They better be.
And if they put it on their credit card and they didn't pay it in full, there's going to be interest earned. So it's more than 66
Yeah, they're going to work for 3 weeks.
To pay for that one gift. Like, it's not even worth it.
And to be honest, I think you should think about how much your fixed expenses will cost you per hour of work. And if it exceeds your monthly, your hourly wage, then maybe you shouldn't.
You see, I don't think of it like that. I just, somebody's birthday, you know.
I have a budget for
what?
Each kid birthday.
Oh.
I'm talking about, and like people, like birthdays.
Kids.
Question. Do you guys give a gift to someone's birthday when you go to a restaurant?
So I think it depends of the situation. Are they paying for...
No, you're paying for your own meal.
For me, it depends how close I am with the person. Like, I've gone to birthdays of friends where I'm really close to them and like at a restaurant, and I've gotten them a gift. Usually I like to give the gift separately, and not at the dinner.
To not make the other person, you're so right.
Because sometimes, like, if let's say we're both going and it's my friend, I'm really close to this friend, I want to get my friend a gift, she doesn't really need to get her sister's friend a gift.
Yeah.
And there's probably other people there that have the same kind of relationship like her. So I like to give the gift in private, either before or after the dinner. But if I'm going to someone's birthday or event,
If I'm
And I'm
gonna
not-
pay for it, then I won't
Yeah.
gift it. I'll
Because you have
pay
plus
the
you're
dinner,
paying for the dinner, plus you're
the birthday
paying for
girl's
the
dinner.
boy,
Yeah.
girl,
Well,
yeah.
then
Unless-
I think
unless-
the birthday girl the birthday girl usually, like, it's not everybody that pays for it. It's like no, it's not.
When you go to a birthday to a restaurant, you're
Yeah.
talking about if the birthday person pays for everyone.
No.
Oh.
Like like the invite.
And friends.
Yeah,
You're
like
right.
The friends don't pay. Like,
I
I don't
feel
know.
like
I've been to restaurants and they don't. Like, I don't pay for them. I just pay for my part and that's
Yeah,
it.
no, I me too.
So,
I mean, you don't pay for the birthday girl.
yeah, I don't know. Depends.
I
how
mean, it
close
depends, and it depends. Like, if you're like,
Yeah, it depends.
If,
on
if
sort of-
it's
you
like
remember-
us
you remember-
four and it's her birthday, yeah, I'll say like let's split her bill.
exactly. But if you're
But
like
that's
70 people,
Yeah, no, then
No, but
Yeah.
you remember, like, that one time we went to a birthday and nobody,
Yeah.
like, sorry.
So I went
No
to
names, but like nobody was paying for the birthday girl's dinner and she was gonna pay
Yeah,
for her
it
own.
was
And I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. So,
Yeah, it was like 2
we-
years ago.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to the dinner. I wasn't that close to the birthday girl. So I realized everyone had brought gifts. But in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'll just pay the birthday girl's dinner. So I didn't get a gift. But I felt a little like uncomfortable because everyone had brought gifts and I didn't. So I decided to pay for the birthday girl's dinner.
That's more than enough.
can I say something? Maybe it's not so popular. Why are we getting adults gifts?
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. I feel
Like-
like it's for kids.
We don't need to buy each other gifts. I mean, between sisters, sometimes like I love to buy her gifts like for random things,
Like failing an exam.
once she failed an exam and she was so sad, so I bought her something. So like
What a
Fail,
crazy.
fail another one.
No.
No.
I'm kidding.
With
So you know what I mean? But like to buy, that's different. That's like I was trying to cheer you up, whatever. But to buy some like adults gifts,
I feel like it has gotten out of hand. It's become more of a social thing than
Yeah.
a thoughtful thing. And I feel like people care more about the price tag than the actually thought put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I get you a gift for your birthday, or my sister is you too, but it's because I want to get you guys a gift. But a person that I see like once a year, I don't feel the need to buy them a gift. You know what I mean?
yeah, no.
Like, why? Just because it's your birthday? I get that you should spoil, but then if I were to buy every single person that I know a birthday gift, I'll be broke.
We will all be broke.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
so
I
that's
feel
why-
like it's better to buy little kids gifts because
I mean,
well, it's your nieces and your nephews.
but
obviously,
even little
like-
kids, I'm gonna give you an example. So kids are programmed and see all of this marketing and they're just being built to become consumers, just like we've become consumers. You get them a toy, they play with it for like 3.5 minutes and that's it. They lose it, you never see it again, they lose interest. But you see all of these, for example, even you see celebrities with like all of the gifts under the tree for Christmas. And even me as a parent, I've done that where I've gone all out with all of the crazy gifts. I got my son a Nintendo Switch for his 4th birthday. Don't
you
ask,
actually-
don't ask me if
you bought
that
it
makes
for
a lot of
yourself.
sense. But
actually bought it for yourself.
my husband plays with it a lot. And he looked at it and he was like, oh, Nintendo. And Gassia actually bought him a ball, pajamas, and socks.
a soccer ball to be specific.
A soccer ball, pajamas, and socks. This kid was over the moon. Every time he wears the socks, Gassia got me these.
Oh.
Every time, like he loves it.
Oh.
Because he truly loves that.
He loves socks
He loves socks and soccer balls.
and pajamas.
It's true.
And so, but you know what I mean? It's
though.
so simple. It's such a simple gift,
Yeah.
but it brought him so much more joy than this $400 Nintendo
Yeah.
dumb purchase. But whatever, we're using it at least. He's not. We are.
Actually, we used it last time. It was pretty fun.
Oh my god, it's
It's
a
fun,
major
and
throwback.
I think as he grows, he'll be able to
yeah.
play
I think
more.
maybe it's not for for.
I mean, he likes it because at my mother-in-law's house they have the Wii.
Oh.
And he was playing Mario Kart
Oh,
on
okay,
there,
okay.
and he was pretty good at it. But that's different. It's
Yeah.
with the wheel, and so that's why I thought. Anyway, super off topic. That's why I thought he would like the Nintendo Switch. My point was, you don't need to go so big. You don't need to do all of the extravagant things, especially for kids when they lose interest so quickly. Sometimes like the more simpler thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
means so much more.
Like when I was a kid, my aunt would always, for Easter, she would always bring us the big Kinder Surprise
Yeah.
chocolate, and like until this day, she would bring it to us, and I would remember it till
Yeah.
this day. And every time we passed by that Kinder Surprise chocolate, I'm like, oh my god, like I remember when we were
Yeah,
kids,
it was
we
like
used
the
to
best
always,
gift.
It was the best gift ever.
And it's so simple.
Yeah. So simple and delicious.
You know,
Yes.
have you seen those videos of kids opening gifts on Christmas and it's like a banana and they're like start crying because they love it so, you know?
Yeah, I've
They
seen
freak
it.
out and
Yeah.
it's like a pepper or a mango and they freak out. It's so
Seen it.
cute. Like
Yeah.
I love humble kids like that.
If someone gets Monte a red bell pepper,
Oh my
Oh my god, I'm getting that for Easter.
he'll be so happy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's
What a
hilarious.
cutie.
Bell pepper and cheese. Like sometimes he just wants like simple random things.
Yeah.
What a humble kid. He's my favorite.
But
I
yeah,
think
all
you're
this
his
to
favorite
say,
too.
like, if you're thinking about gifting somebody, think about yourself first and your financial responsibilities.
Yeah, and for me, I think it's important to, like I said it before, but to normalize having the conversations with your family and your friends.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, our family, we had the conversation of no more birthday gifts for the adults. Like I used to buy my aunt, my other aunt, like
Everyone.
my uncle. I spoke in Armenian. I was gonna say I don't know who, like a gift for every birthday, and then it just puts a burden on them too, and it was just reciprocated the same way.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense.
Your dad is not receiving his Amazon t-shirts anymore.
Okay, well, actually, he loved them. I got him Amazon t-shirts once, because, I don't know. And he loved them. But to be fair, that wasn't the only gift I gave.
I know, I'm joking.
But yeah, he loved it.
One year I got dad an iPhone through an upgrade through Rogers for his birthday, but then he got the bill. And he just paid the bill.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Poor
Oh
man.
my god.
But yeah.
For him. So
But anyways, I think it's just important to have the conversation, to set expectations, and to just, keep it simple. It doesn't have, sometimes less is more, sometimes simple is better.
Yeah.
I know, but sometimes you can't like.
You know what I like actually now, and I think I'm gonna integrate it in this year, Christmas when they do Secret Santa. And there's a budget. I think I'm gonna do that this year.
Yeah, we put a budget.
We
Like,
do that.
No, but like with the family, kind of.
We do that.
But
Even-
see, that's like a
should
good
do that.
strategy that's put out for the holidays.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people, you can't just get everyone something other than the kids. But like, if your family's huge, Secret Santa is like a perfect strategy.
No, we do
Why
Secret Santa.
why can't we do, for example,
Birthday secret.
yeah. For example, you have, I don't know, do you girls buy gifts for your cousins and aunts
No.
and uncles? Okay, let's assume you do. Let's say you're a big family and you buy gifts for every birthday for every person in your family. January 1st, put the names in for all the birthdays.
That's pretty smart.
That is good.
Do secret birthday.
And whoever picks your name,
Each
whatever
person gets one gift. Put a budget. And
That is
just
good.
incorporate Secret Santa for birthdays too,
Yeah.
And if you have you could even do that with friends, honestly. If you have a group of friends that you get gifts for every year, you could do that. And then each person buys one gift, each person gets one gift, and you know, it's still.
Well, I have one friend. I'm kidding.
Well, like birthdays for me, I don't know, depends. You go out for dinner, buy like something small. It doesn't have to be like crazy. Like for Christmas, I bought her Pilates socks.
Oh my god, and I went nuts.
But it was Pilates socks
Like
with the martinis.
Martini, yeah.
But it's
and she
so
loved
thoughtful.
them. Like you don't exactly like you don't have to go like buy her freaking jewelry or
Aloe
something.
socks.
The small thing which cost nothing.
Yeah.
She loved it.
But even like sometimes acts of service can mean a lot to someone. Like when I gave birth to my daughter, there were a few people who brought us meals instead of a gift, like home cooked meals.
And which is so much better.
Which is like kind of what you need in the first few days. Like I had a C-section, so I was like not moving well. Not that I cook or anything, but but it was nice to have a home cooked meal.
And especially when you have a newborn, you probably did the shopping beforehand for the newborn.
Yeah.
With the clothes and everything. So
Yeah.
it's like not something you necessarily need.
Exactly. So sometimes the thought and like the act of service of what you need in that moment is more important than some material thing.
Well, on that note, budget for your gifting.
Don't
For
let
the cost
social
of your
expectations
Ruin your financial goals.
and
Stay within your means. Stay
To be
honest.
and talk about it. It's okay to talk about it. Talk about it with your friends and your family.
Yeah.
Tell them
Well, that's what I did.
Tell them no more gifts this year.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Like, share, comment, and follow. Subscribe.
Comment down below on your thoughts.
Cheers.
We'll have